I'm Nate Gana, the co-founder of Bevridge. Join us as we take you on a global tour exploring 5 distinct variations within the world of whiskeys. In this experience, you'll learn about 5 prominent styles of whiskey, travel to where they're made, and see how they are crafted, bringing you intimately close to the artistry and tradition behind each bottle. While the styles and the stories differ, what each of these whiskeys has in common is the passion and dedication of the people who make them. We begin with a single malt Scotch, a robust and complex form of whiskey from a country closely associated in many people's minds with the product it produces. Here, we've selected Scotland's first certified organic single malt, which is distilled entirely by hand. This will showcase a new whiskey made in a fashion closer to the way it was done more than a century ago. We will then take a short hop to explore a single malt Irish whiskey, bringing us to the historical birthplace of malt whiskeys. The specific Irish whiskey you'll discover here is a unique gem, the first commercially bottled single cask Irish single malt. This recalls the historic legacy of whiskeys in the Old World, where casks were sold and traded to local merchants to offer their patrons, rather than blended and bottled before shipping as they are today. Our third whiskey brings this historic legacy of malt distillation squarely into the 21st century, American Single Malt Whiskey. Here we have a whiskey that seeks to honor tradition and commend innovation. Using a blend of Scottish and American barleys, matured in a mix of refill and first fill casks, and aged in the intense Texas climate, with this dram, you will uncover the intersection of past and present in the making of malt whiskeys. Next, we will explore bourbon, a style so culturally significant that Congress legally declared it a distinctive product of the United States. As with most whiskeys, bourbon draws its ingredients from the grains available in the area. For bourbon, that means corn, abundant in the American South and Midwest. Our first departure from malt whiskeys. Honoring the tradition of using local grains, the bourbon we've chosen to feature is produced ground to glass on a working farm, recalling the way pioneering distillers may have first made bourbon well before it was a worldwide whiskey sensation. Finally, we will explore rye, North America's other whiskey gift to the world. While bourbon generally takes center stage these days, rye whiskey was actually America's original native spirit, as rye was the more abundant crop in the areas of North America first settled. Rye is bourbon's spicy, robust cousin, and we've chosen to introduce the category with a bottling distilled from 100% rye, with no secondary grains in the mash bill. This will show the exciting, bold profile that makes rye a staple whiskey on any enthusiast shelf, whether to be consumed neat or mixed in cocktails. If you've already purchased your World Whiskies tasting experience, go ahead and get ready so you can sip alongside us. If you haven't, there's still plenty to enjoy, but you'll want to taste along for the full experience. Once you're ready, I'll meet you at our first stop, Scotland. Welcome to the Bevridge World Whiskies experience.